If you believe auditing SQL tables side by side, record by record, is both long and manual, I am here to tell you you are dead wrong. In today's video, I will show you how to do it in mere seconds using SQL full outer joins and SQL Server. Many moons ago, I was a data analyst myself, charged with auditing and validating SQL tables against each other, record by record. Admittedly, in the beginning, I struggled. That is until my boss came to the rescue and showed me the power of full outer joins, compressing weeks of work into mere seconds. In full outer joins, all records from Table A and Table B are returned and compared side by side based on the join key condition values. This is perfect for any auditor that wants to scrutinize two records side by side from two different tables. Even better, we can add a where clause condition, where when we run the full outer join, we can only return the inconsistent records. In today's business case, you are sitting in a meeting with marketing and finance heads. They each have their own revenue tables and are requesting that you validate these two SQL tables against each other and return and identify any inconsistent records. On the left, we have the finance revenue table, and on the right, the marketing revenue table. As you can see, the columns and column names are the same between both tables. What we're going to do first is run a normal full outer join. That way we can compare records from Table A to records in Table B side by side and scrutinize them like a true auditor. Then what we will do is go above and beyond and add the where clause condition so that we only return the inconsistent records. Let's do this in SQL Server now. So here in SQL Server, I'm going to show you the finance revenue table right here, and then here is the marketing revenue table. Now what we're going to do is run a full outer join. So here is the finance revenue table. We are going to call this FR and do a full outer join to the marketing revenue table. And we're going to alias this MR, and we're going to do this join on all three columns. So customer ID, purchase date time, let's make sure that we add the and then the purchase amount. Now let's add the three columns from both tables and rename the columns so we can distinguish what tables they came from, either the finance revenue table or the marketing revenue table. So let's do that now. We will add our finance columns now. Okay, great. And then we're going to copy and paste this and basically just change the prefix to source these fields from the marketing table. Okay. Let's make sure we add our necessary columns. Commas. And then let's just indent this a little bit so that visually it's just easier to read for us. Now what we need to do is we need to rename these columns. So do that. We're going to need this. Okay. Then let's basically just copy and paste this here. And then we're just going to add prefixes, finance and marketing, so that we can distinguish these columns and, the tables they came from. So we will put a finance prefix here. Okay. And then we will put a marketing prefix here as well. Now, when we run this SQL query, it's going to return records from both tables and compare them side by side. And there we have it. This is pretty amazing. So if you look at row 1, you can see this is a record from the finance revenue table, and we found the exact same record in the marketing revenue table. If you go to row 2, you can see the exact same thing. This is a row found in the finance revenue table, and the exact same corresponding record was found in the marketing revenue table. Now, things get interesting when you get to row 10. In row 10, we found a revenue transaction or a revenue record from the finance revenue table that does not exist at all in the marketing revenue table. And then just as likely in row 11, we find a record in the marketing revenue table that does not exist at all in the finance revenue table. So this is pretty amazing and a really good methodology for basically comparing records side by side from two different SQL tables. Now, to go above and beyond, what we're going to do is we're going to add a where clause condition so that we only return these two inconsistent records in row 10 and 11. And voila! In seconds, we were able to return only the inconsistent records from these two SQL tables and found a way to do this without doing anything manual. This is pretty amazing. If you like this tutorial, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.